And thank you. I guess where I'm now, because I'm here dealing with these minority businesses right now, and if I say we all agree we need to do a better job, do you have any ideas or an idea on specifically what we can do better?
Well, we'd be happy to work with you on that. We've been working with Robert Smith and a bunch of external people to try to figure out how we can use the CDFIs, how we can make sure MDIs have more access to capital. And I think there's a lot of good ideas out there that we need to continue to explore before we have a one solution. I think there's multiple solutions.
I'll just add, Mr. Cleaver, I'll just add that we're doing a great deal of outreach with MDIs and CDFIs to get them access to the programs that we're doing, including the PPP. And in fact, we have a meeting with the National Bankers Association tomorrow on July 1st. So we're doing a lot of outreach, and we think it's having an effect.
Thank you. Actually, after you appeared before our committee, I did have about a 35-40 minute meeting with Esther George here in our the Kansas City Fed office, and I said I appreciated her going into detail about issues that we were raising as best as she could. So thank you for doing that. I appreciate that. I just was hoping that the Secretary would understand the pressure that these businesses are under, which means that as representatives of theirs, we are also in tremendously pressurized situations. And I was, hoping that I could go back and say, this is what we're going to do henceforth. But I appreciate where we are. Many of my colleagues have already raised the issues I was going to raise. I would just say, you mentioned earlier, you can't respond to any classified intelligence, so I won't ask those questions. But I am nevertheless going to send you a letter.
Which caused the human, cultural, business, and political ramifications, and what remedies are currently available or should be created to combat this unfair trade practice. On a bilateral basis, what is clear is the lack of reciprocity from countries like China or Russia and the United States. The Chinese government spends billions of dollars to promote its propaganda overseas, a form of offensive censorship. For years, Russia has broadcast state propaganda in the United States and has justly been designated as a foreign agent. The lack of reciprocity takes advantage of our system of free expression to promote these countries' agenda online, in media, entertainment, as well as our education system. Meanwhile, China and Russia do not grant the United States the same access to its markets or media. Instead, China has been expelling our media, having kicked out 3 Wall Street Journal and other reporters earlier this year over Chinese censorship of COVID-19. For centuries, countries blocked trade through physically restricting access to their ports. Today, the same thing happens, but with firewalls, filters, and outright restrictions.